everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about immune boosting. This is a really important topic, especially since it is flu season. Your immune system is really important. If you have a weak immune system, you're more likely and more vulnerable to getting illnesses and diseases. However, if you really take care of your immune system and boost it properly, then you can still get sick, but when you get sick, it'll be less likely that you'll have this really long recovery time. So before I get started, I just want to let you know, if you want to know anything more about the topics that we're going to discuss today, you can go to my website where I blog all about this kind of stuff at dancersdiarybook.com. Or you can check out my book, A Dancer's Diary, where I talk a lot about prevention, not only of illnesses, but also of injuries. So you can go ahead and check those two things out. And I also recommend that you do your own research. So if you have a question about anything that I talk about, you can either ask me or you can do your own research. Look up things for yourself so that you really fully grasp it. All right, so if I keep glancing down, there's a lot that I need to remember. So that's what I'm just doing. All right, so prevention is key. Prevention of injuries, prevention of illness. This is what I teach my clients. This is what I teach my students. So for your immune system, preventing an illness is oftentimes what people want to do rather than getting sick, right? I would rather prevent it than get sick. So part of prevention is really taking care of your body. Hydration is key. Drinking lots of water. A lot of people that I've been friends with, some people in my family, they do not like drinking just plain water. And that's okay. However, going off the deep end and drinking like coffee and tea, that's not going to really benefit you. But if you don't like the plainness of water, you can spice it up a little bit. So 3 things that you can do is you can put some lemon in it. Lemon water in the morning is really great for getting your blood circulation going. And if you want more blood circulation, which is also really good for immune support, you can put a little bit of cayenne, like a pinch of cayenne, and a little bit of honey in some warm water with some lemon. It's a really great thing to do in the morning to just start your day really revved up, and it's better than coffee. You can also do plain lemon water is fine as well. Sparkling water is okay, but you want to be careful with sparkling water because it can actually, the carbon dioxide in the bubbles can actually break down your enamels. You don't want to drink that too often. So plain water is actually a better solution, or if you just want to add lemon to your water. You can also do lime. Lime is really good too. Both have really great vitamin C, so you can just put those right in. You got a boost of vitamin C. It's going to help your immune system. You can also put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there. Apple cider vinegar is really great for detoxifying the liver, purifying the blood, boosting the immune system, and cleansing the lymph nodes. So, I want to say about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in some water. You don't want to do apple cider vinegar plain. It's going to break down that enamel. It's not going to be good for you because it's vinegar. You don't want to put vinegar directly in your mouth. So you just put a little bit into some water, drink it down, follow it with more water. You're good to go. It's also going to boost your immune system for the day. The third thing that you can try adding to your water, and you can do this throughout the year, or you can do it just to when you're sick, preventative, when you feel like you're getting a cold, you can do that. We've been taking airborne every day because it gives you that extra boost of vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, really great vitamins to boost that immune system. So airborne is great. The vitamin C in airborne is the #1 vitamin for boosting your immune system. You can find vitamin C in grapefruits, oranges, lemons, limes, tangerines, clementines, red peppers, papaya, broccoli, and spinach. So you eat those fresh foods, you're going to get the same amount of vitamin C as if you were to just take an airborne supplement. Now, airborne comes in 2, as far as I'm aware, 2 forms. The first one is gummies. You can just chew on those, which are really good. Or you can get the effervescent tablets that you can just place in your water. Oh, and I think they actually come in chewable form, which I'm just now remembering. So anyway, those are some great ways to spice up your water a little bit, but you really want to keep hydrated. Now, there's a really good balance for hydration. A lot of people think that if your pee is clear, then you're perfectly hydrated. However, you want more of a light yellow color. If your pee is more amber colored, it means you're severely dehydrated, okay? A lot of people already know that. However, if your pee is clear, that means that you're overloading your kidneys, and you really don't want to do that. Your kidneys are your life force. You really want to take care of them. You don't want to overload them, because if you overload them, they're not going to detoxify properly. Okay, so don't drink too much water, but also don't drink too little water. Okay, so you want a happy medium, light yellow. Okay, that's a great way of gauging whether you're hydrated enough. And if you're not hydrated, you're not flushing out the toxins that need to leave your body. Okay, the number one job of your kidneys is to flush out the toxins that build up in your body. Okay, if you are not doing that, then they're going to build up and they're going to cause a lot of issues. So hydration is super important. And coffee, for those of you who are coffee drinkers, this is a whole nother topic, but I'm just going to touch on this just a little bit briefly. Coffee is a diuretic, okay? That means it's going to make you pee, it's going to make you sweat, it's going to make you get rid of water in your body, okay? If you're not properly hydrating afterward, then you're going to end up being very dehydrated. Coffee also steals minerals from your body, so you want to make sure that you replace those by eating healthy foods, okay? That'll be a topic I'll talk about later. We'll talk about that later. But just so you know, if you drink coffee on a regular basis, hydrate properly afterward with water, just plain water, okay? All right, the second thing that you want to do for immune support is to avoid stressful situations as much as possible. You don't want to put yourself in a constantly stressful situation. If you are constantly stressed, that's going to release cortisol, which cortisol is immune suppressant, okay? Cortisol is your main fight or flight reaction, okay? When you're in fight or flight, your body is putting all of its energy into the flight part. So it's shutting off your immune system because it's not an immediate worry for your body, okay? The immediate response of your body is, I need to get out of the situation. So just like if you were to exercise while you're sick, you do not want to be stressed, okay? Exercising while you're sick is the same kind of thing. It's going to put all of the energy into your muscles and what you're doing, and it's going to shut down that immune system, so you're not going to fight that cold off as quickly. So same thing. It's physical stress on your body for exercise. Emotional stress is going to cause the same thing. All right. Another preventative thing is pretty obvious. You want to wash your hands. If you live in the city especially, you want to wash your hands constantly, because you don't know how many germs are on your hands, especially if you work with kids. When I was teaching dance, I washed my hands all the time. I was taking airborne all the time. I was washing my hands all the time, because you never know when anyone's going to be sick or carrying those germs with them. So keep those hands clean. And I don't recommend a lot of hand sanitizer. It's not going to work the same way. So wash them. So when you come home from work, soap and water, baby. Soap and water. All right. Third most important thing. I think it's third. Yep, or third, or fourth. I don't know, lost count. Sleep. Okay, if you're not getting enough sleep at night, your body's not able to reboot for the next day. Okay. For adults, it's recommended that you have approximately 8 hours of sleep. Anything under that, your body's not going to properly be able to recover from your day, okay? It will basically reset for the next day. And if you don't give your body enough time to do that, then you're going to be lethargic the next day. Your body's not going to work properly and your immune system's going to be lower. Okay, so for adults, approximately about 18 and up, you want about 8 hours of sleep per night. Okay, if you feel tired during the day, if your body's saying that you just need some rest, you just need to go to sleep, power naps are a great idea. Okay, you don't want to take really long naps, because that's not good for your brain. It's going to screw up your nighttime schedule. So you're not going to sleep as much at night. And it's also going to bring your energy levels way down. So you don't want really long naps in the afternoon, unless you absolutely have to. Like if you've been up for If you have only gotten 4 hours of sleep during the night, then I understand you'd want a really long nap in the afternoon. But if you're getting the proper amounts of sleep at night, but you're still feeling a little worn down, and nothing's really picking you up, nothing's making you have energy, what you can do is you can take little power naps. Now, power naps are about 1 to 5 minutes long, okay? You don't want to go any longer than that because, like I said, it's going to lower your energy levels. It's going to screw up your bedtime schedule. So 1 to 5 minutes. I usually do maybe a middle ground, about 2.5 minutes. You want to set a timer so that you're not tempted to sleep longer, okay? Power naps are going to be better for you anyway. Even if you close your eyes for like 30 seconds, it's going to reset you. It's going to give you more energy. All right, fresh food. You want to keep your diet nice and healthy. A lot of fresh food is going to be really helpful for this. A lot of fresh vegetables, fruits, but you want to make sure that you're getting it in its most natural form. So I recommend organic as much as possible because organic is not going to have all the pesticides, the GMOs, all that kind of stuff. You also want to stick to grass-fed organic beef and free-range chicken. So if you're getting meats, you want to get them in their most natural form. You also want to get whole milk yogurts, whole milk everything, okay? It's not going to be as processed. It's not going to drag your immune system down. Processed foods will drag that immune system down, and you don't want that. You also want to get nice fats. I'll come back to that. Your vitamins, you have vitamin C. You also need vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D you can find in wild-caught salmon, eggs, mushrooms, herring, sardines, rainbow trout, whole milk yogurt, kale, lots of things. Vitamin D is really important for supporting the immune system. It's especially hard to find vitamin D in the winter when it's cold and it's dreary outside and the sun doesn't come out all the time. You want to supplement the vitamin D that you're not getting from the sun with foods that are really, really rich and full of vitamin D. If the sun does come out, whether it's cold or not, you want to try to get 15 to 20 minutes in the sun, as much skin as you can, even if it's just your face or your hands. You want to get your body out in the sun for 15 to 20 minutes between the times of 10 and 2. Okay, that's the best time to go out. Best sun. It's also the warmest part of the day. You want to combine vitamin D foods with vitamin K foods. They're going to be able to absorb better if you combine them together. So vitamin K can be found in basil, kale, scallions, Brussels sprouts, chili powder, asparagus, fennel, leeks, olive oil, and prunes. And this is not an exhaustive list. Those foods oftentimes can be paired up with vitamin D foods, but even if they're not paired up like with one meal, you could have maybe prunes as a snack, you could have salmon as your lunch. They're still going to combine. They're going to be really great together. They work well together. You want to have them together, okay? So I mentioned fats. Fats are really important for absorbing those vitamins. If you don't have enough fats in your diet, you're not going to be able to properly absorb those vitamins. Now, again, this is another subject, but low-fat foods are really not good for you, okay? You want to avoid those as much as possible. They're super processed and they have high amounts of sodium and sugar to make the flavors better. So that's why I'm saying for immune boosting properties, you want to get whole milk stuff, okay? You also don't want to get fat-free. You want to get full fat yogurts and oils and all that kind of stuff. So fats can be found in most fishes, so like the ones that I mentioned before, sardines and herring and salmon and that kind of stuff. But you can also find them in nuts like walnuts and Brazil nuts and pecans, and seeds like sunflower seeds and hemp seeds, things like that, as well as oils. You want to get oils in their most natural form, so as extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oil, okay, things like that. And avocados, which are my favorites. I love avocados. Even if you have like half an avocado a day, that's going to really get those good fats into you. All right, so we're coming down to the end of the list here. Raw garlic is really great because it contains allicin, which fights infection, okay? So if you feel like you're getting a little under the weather, or if you want to prevent yourself from getting sick, like if you're around a lot of sick people on a daily basis, what you can do, this is my recommendation, is you get a piece of bread, okay? You smother it in butter, grass-fed organic butter, and then you mince up a clove of garlic, or two if you want to be, really brave. Mince it up, spread it on the bread, fold it in half, and just eat it. Okay, this is going to give you a really quick boost in your immune system, and it's going to fight any kind of infection that might be hidden inside your body. If you want to be really brave, give it an extra boost, you can actually put half of a habanero with the seeds removed, unless you're really amazing and you want to keep the seeds in. I always take the seeds out. But you want half a habanero, mince it up, put it in with the garlic. It's going to be fire in your mouth, but it is going to taste good, and it's going to boost that immune system, give it an extra boost for whether you're preventing or whether you are already sick and you want to get rid of that cold really quick. All right, turmeric and ginger. Turmeric or ginger are great because they lower inflammation and kill bacteria, okay? There is a recipe on my blog. It is a bone broth soup. It has both turmeric and ginger in it, as well as garlic. There are a lot of healthy things in there, and I will link it in the description box for you so you can go check that recipe out. But that is a really great soup, whether you're preventing or whether you are already sick and you want to get better fast. So obviously, even though you're preventing illnesses from coming in, there will be times that you will get sick. I'm not going to promise that you'll never get sick again, because that's just not how your body works. So occasionally an illness will come to you and you will get sick. But if you are taking care of your body, if you are boosting that immune system, that sickness, that illness is not going to affect you as badly as if you weren't taking care of your immune system. Okay, so prevention is really super important, and this is why I teach it. If you do get sick, like I said, that bone broth soup is going to be an excellent thing for you to do, to eat. You can eat it up to 2 times a day to give you that special boost. However, if you have a cold, or if you think that you might be getting sick, you can go to some medications, not medications, that doesn't sound right, not medications, but cold and flu. What is the word I'm thinking about? Cold and flu vitamins. I don't know. I can't think of it. But Zicam is really great. So if you feel like you're getting the cold or the flu, Zicam is a really great thing to add to your routine. Zicam is basically a zinc supplement. You can find it at most drugstores. It is an amazing thing to just kick that cold right out of you. Now, the only thing is that if you do not take it at the first sign of your cold, it won't work as well. So you want to make sure you take it the moment you start feeling under the weather. Another thing is Occilococcinum. Okay, this is a really great flu homeopathic that's just going to kick that flu right out of you. I had the flu recently, or like a month ago, and I took Occilococcinum at the first sign of a flu, and they come in 3 little vials, so you just take it down. It lasted me about 2 days, and obviously, there were, I had to blow my nose, and I had coughing, and I had sneezing for like a week afterward. But the initial flu symptoms of, having a little bit of a fever, some aching, just feeling really, really fatigued, it lasted probably a day and a half, maybe 2 days, because the Occilococcinum works super effectively to kick that virus out of you. And it's a really long word, really weird word, so I'll link it in the description as well. That can also be found at most drugstores. We mostly shop at Walgreens, so that's, obviously our go-to place. So if you can't find it anywhere else, go to Walgreens. That's going to be the best place you can find it. So anyway, guys, that is my entire list. Obviously, it's not an exhaustive list. There is more that you can do to support your immune system. But I hope that this will help you through the flu season, whether you are preventing or whether you are just getting over a cold, or if you're in the middle of a cold. I hope that this will help you get better, stay strong, and be healthy. I'll see you in my next video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be uploading more videos as soon as I can. All right, see you guys.